Meeting template. Good morning. Hey.
Good morning.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, so we've been live for 17 seconds now.
Yep, YouTube is live now too. Welcome everyone on YouTube. Today's topic is It's Not All About You. Yay.
That's a little tough, isn't it?
Yeah, some tough love today. So
Good
we
morning,
get this all the
Sarah.
time. Yeah, it's actually sort of counterintuitive because you're taught that all the time. Be the face of your business. I know you've heard us say that tons and tons of time, but in the scope of today, we're really talking about content and trying to decide what it is that's the most valuable thing to post. So, and it's
Exactly.
not all about you.
Exactly. And we hear these things all the time when we usually have 5 to 10 people on a low day come into our group and they answer those questions. And without fail, it's, I don't know what to post. No one's seeing my content. What do I do for more engagement? And I don't know how to be consistent. Consistency is something that I didn't mention yet, but it is definitely an uphill battle, I think, for a lot of people. So we're showing up today telling you how to fix that. And the best way to fix it is to make it not all about you.
Right. So if it's not about you, who is it about?
Oh, good one. Way to spin that around.
That's right. So it should be about your audience. And if you're not clear on who you're speaking to, who is following you, who you are attracting, that is step one, is to find out who it is that you are trying to attract. And when you're thinking about this, we talk about a wide net all the time. So you can't just go pick and choose, if you're in the fitness business, the people that are looking to run faster, run better, or, that are looking for keto recipes. It has to be, you have to meet them where they are. They don't know yet that they might need what you have in a lot of cases. So we're casting a broad net with some of this content that you're putting out there. We talk a lot about, teaching people to scroll right by. If it's all about you, that is what will happen 100%. So
exactly. And my favorite way to do this, so like we really like to give you something actionable. Like a lot of people just like to be fluffy and come watch our video and give us some views, but like I think the number one thing you can do. Good morning, Linda and Marcy, all of you. Thank you for saying hello. If you're watching and you haven't said hello, say hello so that we can get to know you. But I think the number one thing you can do to help bring this around, so it's not just such a insensitive, it's not all about you, is to, when you wake up in the morning and you say, what do I post today? Or if you're a YSP member and you're doing your content a month at a time, instead of saying something like, what am I going to post? Ask yourself, what does my audience need to see from me in order to know that I have the tools that is going to help them with their problem? And kind of reframing it that way. Hey, Terry, welcome. Reframing it that way is probably my best tip for kind of meeting them where they're at and really serving them, rather than having it be this intrinsic, well, what am I going to post to meet my content quota? Stop thinking about it like a quota, I guess.
Exactly. So with that, you talked about serving. So that's one of the top ways, is, leading with value, obviously. But before that, the casting the wide net, that is things that are not things that will put people off. It is motivation. It is entertainment, funny gifts, anything that's going to not, I guess, get people to scroll right by. Okay. Because we've got to get them to stop and take notice of you first, for sure.
Exactly. And I mean, I guess, well, let me just do a shameless example. Like, obviously, we need to sell our products to stay in business. So, in the morning or on Fridays, whenever I'm thinking about the next week's content, instead of thinking, well, how do I get my products? How do I get YSP? How do I get Social Inclined Academy? How do I get Take Action training in front of more people so they'll buy it? Instead, think about what about those? What are the elements of those things? All great products, all things that were crafted to serve people. What about those things serves my ideal client? It is saving them 10 plus hours a week. It is done for you content so that you can take that vacation, or so that a sick week doesn't set you back months in the algorithm and things like that. So that's kind of what we're talking about whenever you're shifting it from being about you and more about them, while still keeping it in that happy area where you're making sales and making money, because that's what you're here to do.
Right. Everyone wants to know what's in it for them. So especially in the vein of promo. So what's in it for them? All right.
So give it to them.
Right. Exactly.
Give
And
it.
again, we talk about the MVP all the time, so to get those people even interested, putting out content that's not necessarily on topic, on niche. You can relate it if you want to, but, a great motivational post, there's, that so many people, and you can spin it to how it affects you. So again, it's about you, but what is in it for them? Like, how can you educate them with a great motivational post? So I like motivation in the morning. So
Exactly. I'm trying to see, a few of our regulars have already chimed in and said they're here. There's a lot of you still watching who haven't said hello, so don't be shy. But let me just say, Marcy is in the invitation business, stationery business. And I know she serves brides among other things. But, when she's thinking about content, instead of, I have these beautiful invitations that you're going to love, you could take on that persona of that bride who is so stressed out, she doesn't even feel like she has a second to figure it out. And Marcy could create a piece of content around 4 tips for making your invitation decisions in 5 minutes, because who doesn't have 5 minutes? And a piece of content like that, you see how that shifts it from, I have these awesome invitations, buy them from me, to, I can serve you and I can help you in your greatest time of stress.
Exactly. So you're reverse engineering what they need most, and then how you can deliver that in a non-assuming way, or a non-in-your-face way. So you're being more subtle with a lot of these posts, for sure. And
Exactly.
For her, we talked about content buckets recently, coming up with, different types of content. So funny bride content, just showing some humor, showing the flip side of, I'm not positive that she'd want to show a Bridezilla meme, but, I don't know, you might could talk about, don't turn into Bridezilla because you waited till the last minute to order, like get ahead in choosing. It takes how many ever months, to get them. So there's so many other ways, with humor, with inspiration, to mix up your content. And again, you're identifying with them and what they want to see in their feed. Okay. Because people don't come to Facebook, Instagram, any of the platforms to be sold to. It happens naturally, but they don't come for that. They're not just looking. You see all the time people talk about Facebook's listening to us. Maybe they are listening, but the algorithm is picking up on what you want to see, and it's giving you more of that. All right. So the same thing is true for your target market. If they are engaging in your content, they're going to see more of it. Who doesn't need that? That's the top question we get. How do I get more engagement in our intakes? So
by making the content about your ideal client.
Exactly. About them.
Yeah. Let's see. One more example before we move on to what to post this week, February 28th to March 6th. Sarah Canifax, you show up with us all the time, and I know she is a organizing interior design professional who serves busy moms. Her content, whenever you talk about shifting it from, intrinsic to that ideal client's mindset, you know, it would be much more along the lines, instead of something like buy my program or hire me, I'll come into your house for an hour to do this, really serving those benefits of that. Maybe, you know, that mom who's standing there and she feels like she has no time to do anything, and maybe she has oatmeal in her hair, and it's, you know, her hair hasn't been washed in a week and all of that. But then Sarah meets her with a piece of content that says, I got you. I can help you do this in 20 minutes, not even half of nap time. And we're going to get this organized so that you can remove the clutter and you can feel less overwhelmed.
Exactly. Tips and tricks. You know, have an ottoman as that doubles as a toy bin, you know, in your living room, like how to cut the clutter. So there's so many pieces of content that she can create that are leading with value rather than hire me to come in.
Buy my thing, yeah.
Right.
Because you know, no one feels like they want to. We recently had a conversation like this with a one-on-one client, but no one ever wakes up and says, I need to hire an organizer. I need a mentor. I need a success coach. I need a social media coach. Like, no one really wakes up and feels those feelings. What they do is they feel the things they're struggling with, and then you connect them with the solution you provide, and you do it in a way that builds know, like, and trust, and they're going to hire you every time.
For sure. Because people, there's always an exchange, time or money, and most people don't have the time today. So you know, again, this is a journey, the customer journey. You know, how do they get from, you know, someone that just happens by and might like your page if they see a post that they like or a friend shared, to becoming your customer. All right. So there's a lot of steps in between that. It's not just one post that's going to do it. So.
All right. So is everyone clear on how to make it less about them and more about their ideal client? If you're not, we're going to hang around for a few minutes and talk about what to post this week. So leave your questions in the chat or in the comments, and we will get to them. But as we promised to our YSP clients, we like to show you guys how to make the most out of the content for this week, out of the things that are going on this specific week in terms of seasons or holidays or things like that. So let's start with motivational content. You know, Julie's already touched on it a little bit, but part of getting the engagement and broadening your audience and keeping their attention means not posting just about your niche. So it's no secret that Julie and I have this amazing thing called the MVP strategy that is built into our Your Social Plan monthly marketing membership. And that starts with an M post. So what I did was I took a screenshot right out of the first 3 posts for March that we give you. And these come these also come with Canva templates, so you can change them if you hate yellow or you don't like the photo that's on that iPhone. But here's 3 of them. And Julie, do you want to talk about how maybe you could change up one of these posts?
Sure. Let's see. Let me pick one. I guess I'll just go with the first. Whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. This is so applicable to any niche, really. So you just are going to reverse engineer what it is that you don't want them to wait to do, or they don't need to wait to do. So create the pain that would be for them if they wait. Okay. So again, if you don't have to make these your niche. You can post it just in the way, you know, we have the caption, stop waiting to give it a try, or you may never get the chance. Time is your most precious resource, so don't waste it. Okay, so applicable to anyone sitting on their coffee. They can take it any way they want to. If it's branded, if you have the dashboard, you know, it'll pop your logo right there. They're getting that message. If you want to take it and bring it into your niche, if you are in if you're a success coach and you teach people in midlife that are looking to make a huge career change. All right. So, you know, the time is now. What better time to, you know, do the thing than, you know, you only get so many todays or whatever, tomorrows. If you're in, I had another one. I was thinking about that. If you're in the I mean, this kind of is applicable to Marcy. I can see her bringing this in, the deadline on ordering the invitations. I can kind of see that coming around for that too. And it being more of a funny post. Obviously, Jess can do a
Exactly.
fitness one really easy.
Yeah, so these are meant to work into any and every niche. That's how we design them. All of our posts are designed by us. So, we have a lot of heart and a lot of technique that goes into these, but these M posts are strictly meant to be broad appeal, capture everybody and get them to slow down and check out what you're saying. So there's no better way to do that than with a easy to relate to motivational or inspirational posts. So we have the image here. Here's some suggested text. And then the second post of the day for all of our YSPers out there are going to be the posts, which this is a really fun time because, we're changing months. Also, everyone is so happy to see spring kind of on the horizon. So there's a lot of good content that can happen just this week, not even talking about March in a broader term. But here's a few of the national days that are happening this week. Today's actually National Tooth Fairy Day, which you may not think that that's very relevant unless you're a dentist. But people do like to talk about things that are easy to talk about, and asking them how much the tooth fairy left them when they were kids, or how much more does the tooth fairy leave your kids than the tooth fairy left you. You can make it a lighthearted conversation about, inflation, or if that can even be lighthearted. But, so that kind of post, these visibility posts, as we like to call them, the V posts, are meant to get people to comment. They're meant to be almost irresistible for getting that engagement. Tuesday, Julie, you can take this one since you're such a Mardi Gras-y.
Exactly. I am not at the beach for Mardi Gras this weekend, so I'm going to miss Fat Tuesday. But if you're in the area, it's celebrated everywhere. So Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras parades. You can ask if they celebrate, if they know the meaning. You can give fun facts about it. There's tons of ways to work this in. The meaning of it is even something that you can educate people that maybe not be in the area to celebrate.
Exactly. And Wednesday, a little more somber, toned down celebration. Obviously, Wednesday is also Ash Wednesday, but it's also National Read Across America Day, which is really popular with teachers, parents with kids. It's an kind of a nod to Dr. Seuss, but you can make it Dr. Seuss specific, or you can just make it about books in general, reading in general. Again, these are easy questions that your audience, the people on your feed, even if it's just friends and family and people who aren't going to buy, their likes and comments help more people see your stuff. And that is key to when we get to these presence posts here in just a second, so that more people are seeing those P posts, so that you can, sell more of your stuff.
Right. Remember, you've cast the net with unassuming posts on motivation, and then these visibility are really, really getting the comments. The last one we have for this week is National Sons Day. So anything that they work tremendously, anything that's about family, pets, anything like that will, number one, it shows a little bit into you if you have a son. So I would share, National Sons Day. And then I would ask my audience to share theirs as well. And theirs. And those get tons of comments, which again is the point to help to show the P posts that are coming.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the number one reason YSP works, is because we put in this strategy that helps people see more of the content that's important to your know, like, and trust, and to building your business. So we do our presence posts, we do one a day, but then we also do 5 promo type pieces of content. I really like this one for a transition between February to March, because this is kind of the time of new beginnings and learning something new. So back to basics and kind of like your expertise for beginners, this is the time of year to do something like that. So you can write a very simple series. I'm talking like 3 or 4 posts with your top 4 getting started tips, or 4 steps for success in your niche or to achieve something that you help with. And that is going to, help build your know, like, and trust. Again, these are presence posts. For a long time, we called them promo posts, but you don't even need a daily promo post. But putting something out there in your niche daily will definitely help build your authority as an expert in your niche. And that's what this particular series is all about.
Exactly. And this would even be a topic for a content class, which happens on Tuesdays, where we would show you exactly how to flesh this out. But easy. Just think about whatever your niche is, think about the beginning steps. A lot of times when we're giving you the steps, way into the process, how to be successful. But there are so many beginners, the people that you're just now attracting, for the most part, are typically beginners. So you got to start back at the beginning for them. And March is such a great time because people have fallen off the wagon with New Year's resolutions. You can give them some encouragement that it's okay. Let's start back at the beginning. Let's start over. So I love these. The P posts are where it's at. The P posts are what, really set you the know, like, and trust. And again, this isn't overly promotional, so you're not going to turn your audience off with these type of posts. You're leading with value in this one.
Exactly. And that last sentence is a suggestion. It can be more of a promo, specifically if you have something special to offer for beginners in your niche. But at the bottom of each post, you could invite them to take advantage of a special offer that you have going on during this series that you're posting about. Again, just 3 to 5 posts with your beginning tips would really be enough to get some really great momentum going there.
For sure. And it's going to establish consistency as well. So if you break this up into a weekly series, and have 4 or 5 of them, you've already got content now pre-planned in your head. So you don't have to sit down and be like, oh my God, what am I going to post today? So
exactly. Yeah, this could be a tip Tuesday. You could do it today and start the first one tomorrow. And you could have a tip. I think there will be 5 Tuesdays in March. So yes. Yeah, there's 5 Tuesdays in March. So you could have a tip for each Tuesday in March.
Just can be a transformation Tuesday as well, from going from a beginner to like when they start to how the end product. Again, bringing it back to them, what they get from it.
Exactly. All right. And then finally, we love seeing all of your success with YSP. So we like to share a YSP win quickly before we kind of wrap up. But this week's goes to Myrna.
Yay.
She's the bomb. I'm not sure if she made it this morning, but she's extremely active in our group. And what she did here is she took these P posts, the ones that they're the only ones that aren't 100% done for you. Just because if we were to do them for you, you would be a one-on-one client and we would start you at $500 a month. So instead, our P posts, we give you our daily prompts that we use, and then you just fill them in with your own graphic. You see here, she is Spanish speaking. So some of this content she's already filled in with Spanish content. And it's really just amazing to see. She said it took her, just a little over an hour. She got some music on, grabbed a snack, and she did them for the month. So now she has legitimately 2 daily done for you posts that are M and V, and then a daily P posts that are bringing in the traffic and the know, like, and trust and the sales for her business. So awesome job.
Exactly. It's no secret that I'm a fan of batching. So evidently Myrna is too, because it's so hard for me to get into something. When I get into it, I want to stay in it and I want to do a lot of it. So go Myrna. So again, these started out as just like on the previous screen. And then she has turned these in. And if you are a pro member, which what this view is the pro version, the dashboard version, it is integrated with Canva. So you can just hit the button and you can design your graphic right here in the dashboard, which is, again, a time saver for sure.
Exactly. All right. So I haven't been looking at the chat because I've been busy talking. Oh, hey, Nikki. Thanks or Savita. We're so glad you're here.
Tracy, I'm looking at my phone because, let's see, Tracy says, oh, sorry. Mondays are at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 8 PST. So sorry about that. We got to get Monday kicked off right. So that's
we did send out our email for the first time this morning to our list. So hopefully we had a few more people join us. So hopefully that helped a lot. For those of you who aren't sure what we're talking about, maybe you're new, you stumbled upon us on the internets. Your Social Plan is our flagship product. Julie and I started back in 2016. That's what we are talking about when we talk about the MVP strategy built into it. And it is really taking the algorithm by storm, and it is helping a whole lot. We're at thousands of entrepreneurs now that Your Social Plan has served. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I'm just going to drop the link there. And if you, did you do it too? Oh, no, I got it.
No, thanks. I'd have to do it on my phone.
No, I got it. And then you're also invited, since it is Monday, we do a content class every Tuesday specifically for our SI Academy members. And which is just $15 a month. Julie likes me to say that because apparently I make it sound like it's hundreds of dollars a month. I guess that's a good thing. But it's only $15. And we do a weekly content class in it. And that is where we tackle a piece of content, let's say this niche or a back to basics type thing. And we give you specific examples for showing up live with us and for being an Academy member. And we kicked that off at the beginning of the year. And it has been really fun. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback from it already. So if you're not an Academy member and you'd like to get your invite to content class tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., be sure to go sign up. Again, it's just $15 a month, and it is a full, a full vault of trainings and resources, toolkits, planners, and it grows every single month that you stay a member, not to mention the live content class.
Exactly. Hey, Sandy's joining us. She's tardy to the party. So the reason we switched to doing these on Facebook and live is because you can go back and watch the replay. So if you happen to be catching this on replay, do #replay and let us know. And if you got an aha, leave us a comment with that. Let's see. Lashana says, do you recommend only posting content on your business Facebook account, personal, or both? Ooh, good question. We get this a lot too, so let's take it really quick. So we've done, a Facebook funnel to begin with. So we did a take action training series on how to bring people into your sphere. So, and it's a combination. So yes, on your profile. And that is because there are people that you are friends with and friends of friends that might share your content. It can't be highly promotional because you'd be breaking Facebook's terms, but it's the place to cast the net and to start that building know, like, and trust, okay, in an unassuming way. Then page 100%, because that's where you're trying to get people to. And bonus, if you have a group of like-minded people that would like your topic, you can actually bring them into a group as well. But 100%, all of this content is for your page, and that's where you should be posting primarily all of the know, like, and trust MVP strategy.
Yeah, and I think just to kind of make it a little bit a little bit more like in a sentence or two, yes, you want to post both places. Your personal one, you never want to post direct links to where people can purchase, because that can actually get your personal profile shut down or frozen by Facebook. But we teach, if you follow us for any amount of time, Lashana, you're going to learn that selling that way isn't really a great way to do it anyway. So we will teach you, if you go back and watch any of our lives that are free to watch on our page or on our YouTube.
Social selling.
Yeah, social selling.
That's a good one.
The way that we teach you to do that is to say things like we talked about at the beginning of this, where you're leading with value and you're casting that net and you're providing content, because you do want your personal profile to say, I'm an expert in this niche. So you can go check out mine if you want. You can check out Julie's, because when you're interacting in groups, like, even you're commenting here, somebody might click and wonder what you do. When they land on your personal profile, you want your cover photo and a little of your content to speak to who you serve and what you do.
Exactly. That was much better.
No, I mean, it was still long. It wasn't 2 sentences, but the other thing,
a big topic.
Yeah. And that's why our P posts, we don't do them for you. But our M and our V posts are absolutely made for personal profiles as well. It's just how you execute that P post. And as you learn, Lashana, to sell less hardball and more social selling, soft, understated serving route, it's really not going to matter where you post it, because everyone's going to appreciate your tone and your approach to sales.
For sure. And that's the long game. So, and it's sustainable. So, social selling is sustainable. Just promo will train the algorithm and train people to scroll right by. So, and you can't, if somebody's scrolling right by your post, you don't have the opportunity to sell to them.
Exactly.
So, all right. So anybody that was late to the party, go back and watch the replay so you can learn this. We've dropped links in the comments as well if you're interested in checking your social plan out. And there's a link to Academy for content class. And we'll be back here Thursday. We do this with coffee and questions. So same type of format where we lead with something, and then you have open discussion for any type of question.
Thursday's topic is bomb diggity. So go ahead and put us on your calendar for Thursday at 11 Eastern. Make sure you join our group. There should be a little promo button somewhere around this live video. If you're not in our group yet, it's Get Socially Inclined. You can find us pretty easily. But Thursday's topic is building your customer journey, which is, it's maybe that, wow, I just had like a big girl business moment where I realized maybe that doesn't mean so much to everybody. But when you know your customer's journey, you know how to sell to them. And that is crucial.
Exactly. So it's not just throwing out a bunch of content and hoping something sticks with them. It's knowing what will push the button for them and to make them act. It's the sort of the psychology behind it. So it's going to be a good one.
Exactly. So put us on your calendar. Go to sociallyinclined.com/free to get on our email list and to get access to our toolbox. And then you won't have to worry about putting us on our calendar, because we'll send you an email to remind you that we are going to go live about a specific topic. Sandy, we'll take your questions since you were late to the party. Are there any words you shouldn't be using to get flagged? You mean on your personal profile? I think the biggest thing is to stay away from links. Yeah, unless it's to your Facebook group. That's always a more safe way, join my Facebook group to get more tips, but you don't want to say join my Facebook group to buy this thing.
Right. Or to your page if you don't have a group. So don't feel compelled, don't feel like you're left out if you don't have a group, but we know Sandy does. So wherever you need to push them to.
And it is safe to make a very promotional post on your page and share that to your profile.
Exactly. Always. So that's what a mix of those is what we always suggest. So that Lashana's question sort of, you can post on your page and then share your page's post to your profile. A mix of that.
Exactly. So if you like this video, be sure you share it.
Sharing is caring.
Yep,
We gave
share
away
it with
some
your
swag
Yep.
last Thursday. So we may do the same this coming Thursday. So y'all be sure to show up.
For sure. Yes, Marcy, you can send to your page, your website articles. You just want to be careful about using the words buy it here, get it here, unless it's a freebie. But most definitely, your personal profile is the place to promote your blog.
For sure.
Don't put, like a direct sales link. That's what I mean.
Or affiliate links if you're in affiliate marketing. But like if on your page, like don't share if you're a network marketer, don't share straight to your to a product.
Exactly. But I'm sorry, Marcy. Thank you for asking that question. Most definitely, if you wrote a blog, say, hey, friends and family on my personal profile, check out my most recent blog. Give it a like, leave a comment, because that's going to help you.
For sure.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This was awesome. Join us tomorrow for content class or Thursday for coffee and questions.
Yep, it's going to be a good one.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.